Okay. All right. Oh, it's because of that. Oh, it's because of that. Oh yeah, I saw a tiny little buggy bug. Actually, I'm not seeing it now. Hmm. Hmm. Jonas. That's right, man. It's your problem. To be fair, he's actually not wrong. The fault is not just the engine. Because man, I remember being on the engine team, and then the game teams would just write horrific code quality, and then blame it all on the engine. So I think the blame is shared equally. Because if you know what you're doing, you can turn off a bunch of features in Unreal and make it run like 1,000 frames a second. Case in point, like Fortnite, for example, doesn't look like your regular Unreal 5 game. What was it? Unreal Engine 1000 FPS? Yeah, there you go. There you go. The guy basically used the mobile path and got some insane performances of that, so there's that. What? Kind of worried. Everything's Gucci. Please. It's nice to hear once for you for the day, and then you may restfully remain in the shadows. I still remember the moment when I started up Unreal Engine 5 for my game, and man, it looked so good out of the box, and it still does. The engine looks amazing. Yeah, but you do need to know what you're doing. In my experience, the best engineers usually go towards engines, and then the rest of the people go to make games. And I've seen some wild stuff that they do there. Holy crap, dude. Like at one point, I was assigned to work on a game team for like half a year after being in a game engine team for like a couple of years. And boy, like literally one time I remember was that usually the game engine team and the game team would share people who would interview developers. But at some point, game engine members would kick off the interview team just to make sure they can get their low quality engineers into the games. Like, bro. So I think I actually agree. I would blame game teams first, and then the engine. Maybe call it 70-30. Yeah, that's another thing. Like, dude, you can just go. I mean, it's actually still amazing. Like, Unreal 5 is insane, and the fact that source code is still available like that is, boy, still blows my mind. Yeah, compilation time is gonna be bad on all modern C++ approaches. That just sadly part of the course to the right stuff. I mean, even in my case, I'm trying to make the compile fairly fast, but even in my case, on my supercomputer, I'm getting only maybe 15 seconds for 100k lines of code. So maybe 10 seconds. I think 1 second for every 10k of lines of code. Well, to 70 gigs, I'm guessing is dependencies plus whatever everything else. But yeah. Comes a lot of dependencies. Yeah, and it has its own builder, which makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah, unlike Unity, you can actually see the source code. You just need to sign up for free access on the GitHub. You might do like an Epic account or something, but you can get source code straight up and just compile from source. Mess around with that stuff, just see how they do things. I've been wanting to refactor this. I probably have to. I'm still proud of what I did yesterday, and this template TypeScript little helper thing is nice. Very nice. Yeah, that's the thing. I actually remember, dude, at some point I spent like 3 or 4 months prototyping my game in Unreal Engine 5. And I think at the end what got to me, I think I was hot reloading a change on the laptop. And it took like a minute to hot reload on the laptop. I was like, dude, no. Yeah, but 7 hours is that's not crazy. For a big game engine like Unreal, yeah, that's about expected. That's about expected. They have a lot, they have several million lines of code. Plus some heavy code gen and heavy C++, so yeah. It's gonna take initially hours, for sure. Oh yeah, okay. Whenever I lose track of what I want to work on, I just need to fire up the game, and then it's immediately obvious. Yeah, this thing. Do I have anything like a good ability name? No? Really? Ability type. Oh, it's that different stuff. Yeah, honestly, I don't think it's much of. I mean, it. If you're a very capable engineer, you can write something from scratch. Then yeah, sure. But yeah, we still value it either way. It's a matter of trade-off. You'll be losing some time to deal with engine compile time is an turnaround time versus spending time to build some systems yourself. It's still nicer to build stuff yourself, but I can understand it. I can understand. It's just that using an engine doesn't actually save you any time. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. I didn't like turrets. I don't want this to be piercing. Yeah, that looks better. Piercing will be maybe an upgrade later. I actually flew over the wall. That's awesome. That is awesome. I think actually a really big problem, not the engine, but it's actually the managers in charge. Like for whatever reason, games get such bad managers to run their teams, and then get surprised at the outcome. Choosing an engine is kind of minor in comparison. Kind of means I need to rename that a little bit actually at this point. Might lose me information, isn't it? Yeah, I might. It just might lose me information. Let's go manually patch this up. Go. So now ability turret can just spawn all kinds of turrets. I just want this to be a bit more manageable. I do some macro. Not. Ask ChatGPT to do it. To be fair, it can do more and more stuff. To be fair. It's not completely crazy. Well, I don't think it's gonna save me effort though. I don't think so. Maybe it's time to look into a solution to write some C++ code reflection that would do it. I might be getting lazy enough to actually make it happen. Actually, you know what? Speaking of ChatGPT, returns like a type name. It can be used to extract the name of a new value. I remember seeing that once. That would be kind of nice to do. Kind of nice. Okay. Maybe it's a day to do some simple plus template work. Maybe. Since reflection is not here yet, I'm gonna have to do some magic. Some magic. Wow. YouTube decided to report on the Discord twice today. Ain't that something? Yeah, config, yes, good. Oh, last time it didn't save the colors. Painful. Squad cracking. Wait, this is still thinking about this? Oh, thinks longer for better answer. Huh. Speaking for 3 minutes, Jesus Lord. Yeah, this is the thing. That would be correct. Boy. Oh boy. Tempted to pull in the library to handle it, but I don't particularly want to. The color, yes. So that worked. I think it's just not reading the correct color. Read from JSON. Single config. Oh, these are different names. Oh. Make sure it's all matching up. Yeah. I didn't really want this whole implementation now. I really didn't. It's eval and all that, huh? Huh. Yes, good. And now it should give me different colors. Green here, white here. Okay. Greenish anyway. Anthony, is the AI a vulnerable booster or not? I would say yeah. Like I use the AI quite a lot to learn things from. Partly it's kind of like a rubber duck to talk to, but at the same time it's kind of like talking to a drunk senior engineer. Like he knows a lot of stuff. Half of it is going to be random things entirely, but half is going to be pretty good. So the more you know, the more you think about it on your own at the same time, the more use you'll get out of it. So definitely. Like when I was figuring out Vulkan, I was asking AI all kinds of questions. Usually it's, you would learn from senior engineers wherever you work at, or you can ask them questions, but AI is kind of close to that. So if you're smart enough, AI is incredibly useful. The pointers I would do, I kind of treat AI the way as if it's like another form of subconscious I have. So I can like throw questions at it. And the best way to do it is to ask multiple questions from slightly different angles on the same idea. That way you can see if it's all lining up consistently or not. And then at the same time, you always apply it back to reality in your work. And that way you can double check everything. And as a game of knowledge, you'll be able to tell, like, all right, I can help me with this. It's not going to be good on this. That was total bull until I correct it. So really treat it as like another part of your mind that's more passive, but does contain a bunch of facts or whatnot. But one of the biggest strengths of AI is knowing what kind of questions to ask it. Not in terms of forcing AI to do something, but in terms of direction that you need it to. Do I want to do const eval like that? Foxeg. Yeah. I think at one point I was trying to do this, right? Not really. I remember doing that. Oh, that's cute. Yeah. You're worth a tickle. It's worth a tickle. Let's do a little bit of a test. Okay, let's see. I don't know. Dude, after writing some TypeScript yesterday, let me forget some stuff. Alright, let's see. New class. I don't know. Something. I think it's good for architectural decision making too. Architecturally for games, I would say pretty much all advice is wrong. You don't actually need architecture. Especially if you build it by yourself. I would say only full architecture needs when you see it clearly in your code. Try to avoid abstractions as much as possible until you see something repeat over and over like 5-7 times or more. If you're just going to be building a whole bunch of architectures because some book wrote it somewhere, it's not going to give you anywhere. All the big game engines out there, they follow some fancy architectures and look at the results for them. Poor performance and insane compile times. So no, I wouldn't worry about architecture. Just think what needs to be done at the computer level and do that. Now, for example, I'm using Vulkan code, but really only abstracted very few things like buffer allocation, mesh allocation. But I don't do any kind of like high level stuff at all. It's mostly just sitting very low on top of Vulkan. All those abstraction layers I used to get paid a bunch of money to work on abstraction layers on top of all that stuff, and it's just wrong approach. Just wrong approach. You know what? This thing is a new thing and I haven't messed before. Damn. I know I've done this before, although I never quite fully understood it, to be fair. Let's do the runtime so that I can see what the front door is going on. Some jazz songs are way too out of tune. I have to say something like this. Let's see. Oh. Yeah. So that is the good news. I do get something useful out of this. Really? So I do get all this. So could definitely extract it out. Definitely can. Really? Yeah, I know. Fine, so extracting that it'll be easy enough. That I'm not too worried about. I'm more interested in getting an array of everything. Can I still do this? Wait. Like, can I do this? Yes, I can. Okay. Yes, I can. Okay. Actually, we did return this time. Because it's a different signature now, right? Maybe I make it like super highly customized for my needs. Where we go until we see something that says count. Or something like that. Yeah, we'll see how much Reflection C++ can do right now before the promised 3026 standard C++ comes out. Performance comes first. That's right. That's why my game runs like 300 frames a second in a debug build on my machine at 4K resolution, even ray tracing on. What keyboard do I use? I got two keyboards. I got a Huntsman on my streaming PC, which I don't use a bit too loud. Then I have a random HyperX keyboard. It's somewhat more quieter. But keyboard's nothing particular. Yeah, I used to do like all the Razer stuff when I used to be into StarCraft 2. That was kind of useful. YSK templates. C++ templates can be used as kind of a reflection way to help you do certain things through some kind of way of code generation. It's like, for example, right now, what I'm looking to solve is the following. Let's say I have this enum list. And right now I'm having to do this nonsense manually to get the string name for each of the enum values. And I've done this for a while. I've been doing this for a while. It's fine, whatever. But eventually. GTA VC, what is that? Vice City? It's probably going to be like 20 or 25-year-old game, so it's going to be way simpler C code. Like C++ 98 maybe. Well, let's see. Dude. Now let's do from scratch again. C++ template to iterate over all enum class values. Short example. Yeah, honestly, C++ has a lot of good stuff. You just have to be careful which parts you use, which you don't use. It's kind of like using a hammer. Hammer is amazing, but you can also hammer your own fingers. Doesn't mean a hammer is bad. Yeah, see, I could do that. That's exactly what I was thinking. To go up to the count. You feel pain in the ass when you're using dynamic cast. I don't use dynamic cast. I don't use my game object is made out of components. Components like these. So everything in my game is composite. I don't really have hierarchy structures at all. Inheritance is nasty. Absolutely disgusting. Auto-enum values. It's returning a lambda, which produces all this. What the front door is all this nonsense? I mean, I'm down. I'm down to provide a highly custom implementation. Definitely down for that. Wait, what? I mean, that I understand. Wait. What the hell did you write? That didn't make any sense. Oh, it's declaring and then it's using it. Fine, fine. Yeah, Magic Enum. Yup, there is. I'm pretty sure it's already given to me, but I don't really feel like using another library. I'd rather build one myself. Yep, I've heard of it. I've seen it. I'm pretty sure this is where I got the idea from. They reuse this stuff for it. Yeah, I have a GUI as well, but I don't use inheritance for it. Inheritance is evil. Straight up evil. I only use it when I'm forced to by a third-party library, which I haven't replaced yet. That's about it. Well, sometimes I actually use my own code when it's helpful, but it's like super highly delimited. I am so curious what's that gonna do. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Well, polymorphism and inheritance is pretty much the same thing anyway. At least you mean like virtual functions. All those fancy terms don't actually have much meanings. Most of them, they don't mean anything. Oh, I see what it's trying to do. It's trying to look at that as a maximum. Now what, before I do all that nonsense, why don't I do this? Have I heard of case Moritori? Of course. Of course. My Discord has a whole section on resources. And here I got a ton of stuff. That's still a good reference for this effect as well. Got the whole planet here. A whole freaking planet. Moritori is somewhere up there. Somewhere here. That's the thing, I don't buy all those high-level definitions people come up with. For polymorph or something else, it's whatever, doesn't really mean anything at the low level. Because at the low level, there are just virtual functions, there are virtual tables, and that's that. All that fancy stuff on top doesn't particularly mean much. And people really, really suck at making good definitions. Like, most people don't even know a good structure of a definition. Usually, we just give a description, which is not a definition. I want to do some runtime checks. Let's say we go from 0 to enum count. Like this. Performance does come first. That's exactly right. If it wasn't, I would be using Unreal Engine 5 already, as I used to at once. Do I use the eye? Of course. I use the eye to the maximum degree possible. Not so much to code as more like to poke it once in a while, but sometimes to help me write some small pieces of code it can be. So let me see. What if I do something like this? They've been talking about bringing reflections in C++20, and then it shifted over to C++23. It was supposed to be coming C++23, and then they dropped that. Now it's supposedly 26. So we'll see. I'll believe it when it happens. Until then, I don't believe it. I don't believe those people at all. None ya. So let's see now. Just want to do this. Okay. How many experience do I have? Quite a bit. I used to work on a game engine for several years. I briefly worked on New World as well and a few other things. But this is the engine I used to work on for a bit. At one point I wrote a free book on the engine, how to produce a game like that using that open source engine, which is this for Linux Foundation. And I broke it down to basic elements at a time. This was a few years back. But nowadays, I'm full-time on making my game. Well, that was just something Amazon decided. This was used to be called Amazon Lumberyard. But free stuff doesn't work anyway. The only thing that's any good is stuff you pay for. One way or the other. The only free cheese is on a mousetrap. Let's see, can I don't know. I was hoping to do it that way, but it's probably gonna bark at me, right? Because this is not compile time. Well, maybe if I make it compile time. Probably have to do something like that. Something like that is probably right. Except that array doesn't. I don't drink coffee. I do not drink coffee. Just eat meat, eat beef, drink water. GameDev and Rust is impossible. No, you can do it. It's painful, a lot of suffering, but you can do it. You can absolutely do it. Suspicious. All this is suspicious. Oh. Well. I was thinking doing something like that. Oh, but now it's gonna be shouting at me this way. No, actual thinkers cannot consume alcohol. Jai seems very promising, because that's actually made by an actual developer of Ability. And if Jai does nothing else except one thing, which is that it compiles insanely fast, just that will be worth it. Yeah, because right now the only thing that has decent speed compilation times is C language, which sadly did not start one. You know what, fine, I'm just gonna return as this, I don't care. Does this even compile? Static. Can I combine that? Oh, yeah. How about this? That thing. I'll spend a few minutes trying to fight template magic. Oh, is it because it comes after? Fine. You can come first. No, it's not. But rid of a variable outside of its lifetime. See usage I. But I was hoping... Oh, this thing needed to be const expert. Africa sub on YouTube, thanks. This is C++ 20. But most of my C++ is actually very simple. Very simple, basic C++. As you can see, there's no ranges. I don't use STL as a matter of principle most of the time. So my C++ is very simple. Very simply based. I felt lost in life. Yeah, sure, when I was born in the Soviet Union, that kind of sucked. But once I moved to the United States, life was good. I wouldn't worry about using modern C++ anyway. I mean, really, the only C++ 20 feature that I use that I know of is a structural initialization like that. That's really, I think it's the only C++ feature I use. Everything else I don't particularly care for. But this is pretty nice and convenient. That I will let it take. Okay, so problem is this is const expert. Can I turn this into const expert? Will that fly? Oh, I'm casting it. I need a type here, not a value. I think. What are some of my best works? Something I work specifically by myself will probably be working on this book. How to create, how to use the game engine. This one. And self-publishing it, seeing on Amazon was kind of nice. But most of my career just been working on big teams anyway, so it's a bit harder to isolate for the people who don't have the context of that work. Actually, why don't I do it this the way instead? I'm gonna switch it to new. Like that. This might get nasty, isn't it? Yeah, a little ugly looking. But at least now I think I can just say I here. Yeah or no? Yay or nay? Well, the air is different. About that. That doesn't like this. Even now here this was fine. But somehow when it's a value, it just doesn't like it. And I haven't really messed with that particular C++ template magic. Yeah, now it just doesn't. Oh, that. Why don't I move this outside? Good name, enum. What? Dude, give me the freaking mouse back. Right. Okay, how about this? Still doesn't like it. I think it's time to talk to AI. I don't remember exactly. How to force it. How to invoke a template method with kind messing a variable. So the concepts per method. This works, but this doesn't. I don't think I can do decal type because that will give me enum, right? Right? Let me see. Yeah, it just gives me enum 1. Huh. Part-time expansion instead. Dun, 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 dun. Maybe I do need to do the index sequence thing. Make names using that way. Fine, let's try it. That's pretty nasty. No. But make index sequence. But I do want to see if this actually works. Because it kind of might. No, this for now. Yeah. Let's not care about this. Let's see what I get here. What do I get as names? Name size 3. Hey. A, B, C, excellent. So that actually creates what I want. Wow. Back to the good old index sequence. Never remember to use it correctly. Whatever, it kind of helps, I suppose. Steadicast. Steadicast to E. Hmm. So many to make, that makes sense. So that actually creates what I want. So that's fine. So this kind of working. Does the array have a way to get a slice as opposed to something like that? I mean, I guess that works. I guess that works for now. Actually, I think nowadays the best work I have is this playtest. Barnan. Maybe we should bring back the floor. It kind of does look good. It does look good, certainly. But dude, I haven't used this in a while. Is there a way to do? Because TD array doesn't know the size, right? It doesn't keep track of the size, does it? I don't think it does, which is fine. I'll just do. The hell is that? Yeah. Let's see. Oh, it needs to be that. Yeah, okay. bite of that. That looks good. That looks good. See it. Test 2. Yeah, so now I'm getting back what I want. So now just a matter of parsing that out. Okay. 90% there. 90% there. So this portion. I mean, what the hell? I can ask AI to do that. Because the stupid compile time, such a pain in the ass. In fact, this counts X per... Or does it have to be const X per? Kind of does because of this. Kind of does because of this. Let's see, const X per operations on. Maybe you can just do like C-like operations on it. Yeah. Let's try it. Actually, breakpoints on the const X per, huh? That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Well, no. All right, let's just do straight up C access to. Let me see what I need to go to. I need to go to until I find get name and the comma. Maybe just go until the first comma, honestly. Let's try that. Because there should be at least one comma. Could there be a comma before that? I don't see where. So I can probably ignore that. So let's try that as a test. The marker is not pointing at that. Good. Keep all over the comma. Right. And now I can go up until greater than sign. Okay. Flip you over until The only problem is gonna be a local one, isn't it? Isn't it? Can it be static? Maybe. Maybe. Oh. Something. Give me the line. Give me the line that I didn't like. Oh, it was because of static, wasn't it? Yeah, no, I just want to see. I mean, It's the usage of a name. Yeah, so I didn't like that. Just didn't like it. So I can do walking over, but writing a new string. Because that works, but doesn't shave off as much as I want. Right, okay. So let's... What can I do inside a const_expr function to return a new const string? Apparently I cannot allocate that buffer, which I'm surprised. Obviously, I can do dynamic. I understand that. String view. Justin, get into C++ programming. Where should you start? Start of C. If you already know C quite well, then go to C++. It'll be a lot easier. Because one careful thing you have to be careful with C++ is that C++ nowadays means using the latest, greatest STL features from standard template library, and that is a dangerous decision. One of the nice things about C++, it gives you freedom how much of its features you want to use. You don't have to use the latest insane features. Slice. I guess string view doesn't null. Oh, that makes sense actually. Okay. So string view would give me slice. Okay, that makes sense. What do you use for graphics? I use Vulkan C API. I use Roar, mainly C API Vulkan. Let me show you as an example. Pass. One of them passes. So for example, right here. As you can see, it's all just nothing but raw Vulkan API calls. Render pass. Off you go, and so on. Do you think lead code helps in game dev? No, lead code does not help with anything. Lead code only helps when you like really successful company and you can afford to have the best engineers, but you just get too many requests for those spots. Then lead code helps you kind of trim down the number, something to more manageable. But for actual use case, no, definitely not for game dev. Most of the fancy structures that they want you to use lead code does not work in GameDev at all. Now, what was I doing? Oh, yeah, so I was reading AI. So string view, yeah, makes sense. That makes to actually return a string view. Const eval. Oh, it goes const eval. It's not just even that. Wow, yeah, okay. I mean, I can write my own in the future. But yeah, that makes sense. I haven't used string view much though. So I can shove that in there right away. Okay. Okay. Yeah. That makes sense. So go full names. So what exactly does this thing have then? What is its interface? Does it have size? It does have size. The best way to learn game dev is to write game projects by yourself from scratch. Those are by far the best way. Like I've been writing this game just from about scratch and like, dude, oh my god, this has been so good. Like I've learned more from writing this game partially so far than anything else in the past. Because usually you'd be relying on a bunch of stuff, but a bunch of code somebody else wrote. But when it's your own project, dude, when you know exactly what's happening for every pixel on the screen, it feels so good and satisfying. Yes, it is very helpful for studying, for sure. For sure. It doesn't replace thinking, but it does assist thinking. As long as you think of it that way, it's amazing. It's a great assistant. And in some cases, you can even do more than just assist, but yeah. Oh, this guy's still alive. Excellent, okay. Back to this stuff. Find first off, comma. What is that? I'm guessing it's to be all const, right? Yeah, I see. I guess I can just see what it returns. Okay, it just returns that, fine. I'll have to start. And master program assistant's also drunk half the time. Yep, yeah. Really just think of it as like a big database that's really good at giving you answers. But it's still up to you to think about the answers, see if they make sense, and massage it into what you need. You still need to be intelligent to use the eye. Does this return? Does this return string view? Yeah, it does. Okay. So supposedly this might actually do things. Oh, the part, yeah. Um, Well, one thing you'll find in AI is that the better and smarter you are, the better you can make use of AI. Alright, what does it not like? It doesn't like this. Make names. Oh, because this now returns a string view. Right. String array of what? Yeah, okay. I think it wants this. Yeah. Certainly does. It most certainly does when I'm returning. There's a bunch of crap that's not even... Oh, it's because this one came a bunch of crap. Oh, okay. But even so, like, AI is really good, even just starting from scratch. You just have to carefully build it up at the same time as your knowledge goes. The way it is that you have AI as your assistant, you have yourself, and you have specific stuff you're working on, so you can always go back to reality right away and see if does it actually compile, does it actually work. Use a debugger and everything else. We'll just think of AI as like a really fancy hammer. It's really not much different than that. Like, it's way more capable, but essentially it's a really useful hammer. An assistant tool like anything else. Like, a hammer is an assisting tool as well, just much less capable. Am I supposed to find the last comma? I think so. Indeed. Let's try it this way. Enum A, yes. Ooh, I'm really close to what I want. Look at this. Enum ABC, boom. Now I still need to write my own studio string view and so on. But that is actually really close to what I want. Really close. I don't think I want enum 1 now. I need to take that out. Once I find a comma, I think that's enum. I think I could just do this. I think it'll be close to the ballpark of what I want. Boom. Yeah, I just need to do a little bit more. Value 1. Value 2. Value 3. Yeah, except I need to skip that over. Ooh, I think I'm there. Perfect. The only thing, those are string views. That's the only limitation. Outside of that, it's fine. Outside of that, it's already pretty good. The string view I can write myself. That's not a big deal. Just make a const expr. Yeah, there's some value in that. There's definitely some value in that. Still, this is a good start. Good start. We'll still complain if I wrap it inside MSVCU. Whatever. Why don't I grab some real example I have? Oh, it doesn't have to count. Actually, this is a good time to do some concepts. Does it say requires before or after? I don't remember. Comes after. Okay. Requires. Actually, how do I express that? I'm not sure. How to express a requirement on count. And then new. Oh, is it just this? I guess it wants a concept anyway, huh? Can I say that? Wait, no, I think it can be. Or more strictly. I mean, I guess, kinda. Oh yeah, then I can just say it here. Oof. Oh, because it got caught there before. So let's throw it somewhere here. Name has count. How about this? Will give a better error or not? Yeah, associated constraints are not satisfied. Yeah, so actually, that actually works. Okay. Okay. So then this is fine. I wish there was a little bit more help, but that works. That works. Hmm. Can I add a requirement that no new values are negative? Speaking of which, does this actually look right? It does. Wonderful. Wonderful. It takes almost nothing. Imagine this. I could have been using some big ass library where this is all it takes to get to what I need. Non-negative. We can discover. Simple requirement. Underline type is unsigned. No, I'm okay with line signed. No, I don't want that. Actually, check each one. I'll have to do that. Oh my. Oh my. That's debatable if I want to add that much. Add that managed compilation or not. String view. Actually, can I go even tags? It doesn't take a string view, it takes a const char every freaking time. Every freaking time. The good news, bad news. It's almost here. I'm actually curious, does this work if I do this? Does that even compile? I guess no. It does have some equality check. Oh yeah, this is no longer 3, it's a 7. Well, more specifically. And this was true indeed. So that did work. What is the... I guess if I need to const char, I can always copy it out. I just want... So I now have std array of string view. But for I'm going combo, I need an array of const char. Yeah. Mr. Combo. Right. Oh, combo can do getter. That's right. I forgot about that. It can do a getter. Item spread by zeros. That's an approach. We do a getter. User data, item count. Yeah. Do good. Excuse me? Is that a thing? Wow. That I did not know about. Since Simple plus 11, Jesus. Huh. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. What the hell's registering, I guess? Storage class. And a machine register for fast access or whatever. Huh. It's fair. That is fair. Deprecated. It's gone. What about this one? It's not deprecated, it's just supposedly it's fine, huh? You live, you learn. So yeah, he just creates a copy. Oh. So what does it do for getter? Okay. All it does is just gets the pointer. But it does expect it that way. Yeah, so the ICO isn't actually right. I need like an actual full valid string. I wonder if I can make something that actually creates const jars here. I think so. Because this is not const expert. Can I even say something like that? Does have to be? I mean, hell, at this point, I don't even need this anymore. Well, let's do this first, and then I can see what happens after that. I guess actually... What's up, Emmanuel? It's cracking. Doing some low-level C++ template work for a moment. As opposed to doing the usual fancy game debugging like this. Actually, I can do it in local run. Yesterday I was fixing some turrets or whatnot. But currently running some helper C++ code to deal with some of our new names. So that looks good. Let's go burn some laser. Charge up. All right. So this is a string view. I guess I can just do this, right? Does that work? Does this work? Almost, except this is now my array. Yes, excellent. Trying to make a render using OpenGL, that's a good start. I definitely recommend trying to, if you really, like I started OpenGL like 1x, which took like 10 lines of code to draw a triangle. I think even still today you can find like OpenGL 3x compatibility mode, which makes it really easy to start drawing stuff. If that's where you are, that's what I suggest. I wouldn't get too hung up on going for fancy graphics right away. One step at a time. All right, so this looks fine. Now I kind of want to return straight up strings, so I don't have to deal with that. Oh, I don't need this anymore, huh? 3.3, excellent. Yeah. I actually remember even asking you at some point, like how to set that up. I think it was pretty simple. You're just gonna push some kind of OpenGL context value to give it the setting you work with. Because man, one time I went from like 1x, 3x into 4x OpenGL, and oh boy, that was so much more setup. Even back, but that was a good study. After that, going Vulkan was much more understandable. All right, so now these are my strings. So I need to convert them to const C strings for IMGUI, so that IMGUI doesn't bug me like that too much. Right, because IMGUI wants, ideally, I need this. This is the ideal case. Almost there. Almost there. So I have this. The problem is I think this actually be in, but this might work actually. This might work. Might. Kinda. Not really. Items separated by zeros. Actually. And list of 000. Ooh. I mean, that could actually work. I can construct that. Can definitely construct that. You do need to be careful how big that would be. Get names as one string for IMGUI. Yeah. If I just do it this as that. Right, and at the end of each one. No, my string buffer assumes 0 ends a string. It's not terminated, which means I have to manually build that up. Okay. Sure. I think that would fly. Let's see, test 3. What does it say? I guess this thing's a string. It's kind of a problem. I think it's a string, so it just ends it there. Which is fine for I'm GUI. So that looks reasonable. So now I have to actually test this in reality. Time to test in reality. Enum. Enum names. All right, time to take this out of there, out of here. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Still compiling or not? Not quite. Oh, that. That's all good. Now, refactoring time. Yeah. A little bit of a runtime call, but should be fine. Bum, bum. Names, make names. Probably gonna want concept. In the future. So now, Cleaning, refactoring. Well, I think it actually works now. Instead of having plain some insane big ass library somewhere, 100 lines of code, and I think it does what I want. But now time to put it to the test. Put it to the test. Let's see, where am I using Combo Wumbo? That looks like a Combo Wumbo. Camera follow player. Right, text is what I'm having to do right now. Now let's say add count. Wipe this out. Now here. Why are you hanging? Okay. Give it a whirl. If this works, I'll just save myself a bunch of effort for a while. State names is not blah. Oh yeah, because something else wants to do the same funny business. Reinterpret cast, static cast. Well, static cast is something that compiler understands and is legal, pretty much. Reinterpret cast when you're just breaking all the rules and you say, screw it. Just do this, I don't care. That's the way I remember it. Alright, let's see if this works. No, not the unit tests. So we go back into real game. That's enough of C++ template magic work. The hell is something exploding? Whatever. Let me see, this was on the camera. So camera follows player state. Good news, bad news. Good news, it works. Bad news, it includes a bunch of stuff I didn't want it to. Almost. Yeah, like here's where I'm using reinterpret cast. Just to show you a good example. Get pointer. Yeah, right here. So in this case, I'm going from an integer into a void pointer. The reason because physics library provides the ability to assign your custom object. Except I don't need an object, I just need a number. Because I just need to assign entity ID into this thing. So in this case, I'll really just write a number into that. So in that case, reinterpret cast is perfect. Because you go on, it's actually funny. First a static cast up to the 64-bit size to match the void star size. So that's a static cast, because it's valid to go from entity D, which is an integer, just 32-bit integer, just straight up 32 bits. So you go to 64-bit, which is static cast, because it's kind of within the rules and it's fine. You can correctly add zeros around it and whatever to pad it out at 64. And after that, you go into completely wild territory, into the black hole void star. And that's when it's interpret cast. And same way back in. And that's that. And that is that. But then, what the hell happened here? How come I suddenly lost ability to correctly parse the sound? Did I not assume something correctly? Oh. Boo. Let's go back to unit tests. What the hell's happening here? Indeed, indeed. So see, here works fine. Oh, because of a namespace. Oh, you biscuit. Right, yeah, my bad, my bad. Yeah, I forgot about that. That makes sense. I was hoping to cheat and I couldn't. So full name already includes all that stuff. So let's investigate this some more. Carlos gets a bit on the nasty side. So that's a lot of commas actually. I got ways to go to get to here. I do find the last. Wait, this already finds the last. So now I'm confused. Let's do it again. Again. 132, 146. State none. Oh, because it could be 2 in here. Yeah, I understand. I understand. Would I be looking for the last in that case? Find last. Last off. That might work. Oh, somehow went back. Huh. And position. I thought this would listen to it, but I guess it's not. Oh, this was before off. No. Is this the thing happening here too? Or does it before? At or after, yes. So is there an option to do after? I guess the last to that. At least I can use that. So I have. First to find this. And then find the last of this. A little reverse, but that would work. Yeah. Yeah. Good. 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 Okay. Do it. Do it. Okay, now the camera, follow. Perfect. It works, man. It just works. Who needs magic in Noom when you can just try it yourself? And now let's compare it to the way that stuff works. Magic in Noom. Chess time? Well, I wasn't going to chess. I'm going to GitHub. Because I heard about this library doing magic in Noom. So this is where I learned it from. This is where I learned that you can do... that you can get red and all that. It just out of trust issues. Because let's see where the actual is. It's here, right? Yeah, because look at all this stuff. Like, really? Do I need all this nonsense? This is just one header file. It's like, bro, no, hell no, I ain't touching that stuff. I ain't touching that nonsense. Meanwhile, I'm getting what I'm done in 100 lines of code or less. Good enough? Because now I can just ignore names. There's just something else that does it the same way. I think inventory, you know, equipment. That already builds it. I know that. Actually, properties. Properties might be. Yeah, like this one. Add energy. Let's see. Yeah. But yep. But it's not even so much better, just that the main reason I didn't want to try that library is because I'm assuming it's gonna be big. So it's gonna add insane level of compile times to everything. So no. But now I think I can delete this as an example. Boom. And then places where it needs to do something. Well, where is it at? Excuse me? I don't trust it. How? I know it's been used somewhere. Type names. No? Oh, I must have pulled it from the JSON file. So I didn't even need that. Wow, okay. I mean, that makes sense, but... What else can I try? Item in the world. Item in the world. It's close to what I need to replace. Because I have a bunch of these. This is getting used, right? Yes. Excellent. Now that I can actually rip out and test. Names. Types. It's a type. Oh, source. Study, what's up? From the basics of C++ and I can make games like this. I'm using Vulkan because I have a lot of experience. I suggest to start with like OpenGL. Honestly, C++ might be too heavy at first. Maybe do like C, have a sprinkle of C++ 11. Don't try to go for STL and fancy modern C++. That's my main advice. So you want to test this UI item and look for the type. Technically it should be source. Let's go source. Do that. Because there is one benefit of writing the game in C code is that your game will compile a lot faster. C++ is so easy to get wrong and have your game take hours and days to compile. It's so easy. All right, let's go to UI item, type, yes. Boom, sounds the only thing I care about. I want the names for I'm GUI primarily. I might need it somewhere else. Oh, what happened? Ability turret. How long is the game is in Vulkan learning phase? It was a while because I actually knew OpenGL 1x, 3x, 4x before. Then I tinkered with Vulkan for a bit, I tinkered with the X12 for a bit. And only then I decided to go full force on Vulkan from scratch. I mean, Vulkan is definitely fun, but you need a lot of patience. Why is config empty? But not this. That's a weird state. That is a weird state. Why is config empty? Huh. I mean, I can at least catch that, but it's weird. Oh, weird. OpenGL is not going anywhere on Windows for a long time. The only one actually deprecate OpenGL is really Mac OS. As long as NVIDIA provides the drivers and AMD provide drivers OpenGL, you'll be fine. So it's not really up to Windows 13, it's really up to NVIDIA and combination of Windows. But it's primarily NVIDIA and AMD thing. I mean, I bet even Intel provides OpenGL support. But in the long run, sure, go Vulkan. But dude, you can run and make a game in the next 5, 10 years, 20 years, easily OpenGL, nobody will care. You just want to have access to fancy ray tracing. And you won't be able to squeeze some insane performance in certain spots, but other than that, it should be fine. Oh. Why is it null? Well, done introduced again. No, OpenGL is done. It's not going anywhere. It's been frozen in time and nobody cares about it. People who made OpenGL effectively made Vulkan. So Vulkan is there to replace OpenGL by design, but the same committee. Oh, hold on. All right. I need to track down. Did I lose some changes somewhere? I might have. Ability. Hey. Where's ability turret? And why is it not on here? I'm confused. I think I dropped some changes I didn't mean to drop. You haven't seen any clear line between my game and the engine. That's correct. Will I be able to reuse it for another game? Maybe, maybe not. It doesn't particularly worry me too much. The thing is, like, when you understand your own code, it's kind of easy to reuse it in the future. But on top of that, most games are highly customized anyway. So in reality, reusing a large piece of code like that, I don't think it particularly works. Not really. Like, for example, for this game, it can do a lot of cheating and rendering that you wouldn't be able to do if the game was like first-person view. For example, I don't have level of details because I don't need to. The camera is pretty much static. So I wouldn't worry about reuse. Reuse is a first world problem. When your first game makes millions upon millions, then you have plenty of time to do whatever you want. Reuse it, make a new one, whatever you want. Make it a problem for the future view when you have millions. Dude. Ability turret is... Oh, I didn't track this change. Yeah, okay. Things are Gucci now. Hello? Guess that works fine. Oh, that was renaming that thing. I should have done it separately, honestly. I should have done it separately, but fine. It's fine. This thing, I wish I could rework. But the synonym name's pretty sweet. Really sweet. A little bit of help of AI makes it work. What kind of guardrails do I need for this? One macro, the text MSVC to wrap. But yeah, I don't even have like an engine. I really just have like common, which is more like very low level common stuff, like different container classes, some file IO, a bunch of other stuff. Some basic abstractions over platform calls. And then the game just has like a giant big thing. So I don't really have an engine, I just have a game. Just have a game. Would that work? Would that work? Supposedly. Now it's time to measure if this increased the build time of my game at all. So this will now compile a game and measure and trace what took what. Now I'll be able to see the cost of anything specific. It's probably in the ballpark of being okay. Oh yeah, Tracy added things. Can I save? Let's see. I do another run. If I turn off Tracy, how much time am I saving? Like 1 second compile times? Maybe if that. If that. Did I not? Alright, fine. So now if we turn off Tracy. Second and a half. Is that correct? One more time. Right now I'm seeing about a second for every 10,000 lines of code I'm writing for my build times. It's about the same trace on off, honestly. Just rip a JSON being a B. Okay. Didn't I use this already? Did I replace this use or not? No, I didn't. Oh, I do support my arrays. Ooh. Take care, man. Take care. Actually, maybe I can use my own array. Am I rich? No, I'm not. Not super rich, but I'm definitely well off. I work for some nice software companies like Microsoft and Amazon. I can always go back to one of them and start making serious money again. But not yet. Right now I have enough savings to make this game. And even if I don't, can always go back there for a year or two and get back into this. Either way. I think I can get rid of this array and have my own. Actually, maybe not. I probably don't support some of the stuff. Oh, whatever. Whatever, I'm gonna let this slide for now. I did need to check if I'm run out of space though. I should check this already, so it should be fine. Am I of German descent? No, I'm of Ukrainian descent. Eastern European. It just that I've been in the United States for a while, so now I have like a weird mix of different accents. Let's clean up. Kiev is indeed a capital. That is a capital. Although when I was born, it was still Soviet Union, but yeah. Yep. Where's my gamepad at? Nigeria, indeed. Yeah, hope they win and defeat the evil invader for sure. For sure. Luckily, I moved to the United States a long time ago, so at least for me personally, it's fine. But yeah. Yep. Yeah, YouTube brings a very wild audience. Definitely does. Depending on time of day, get plenty from India as well. It's kind of why I stream on YouTube and not on Twitch. Because YouTube finds the people audience for me. Twitch kind of makes me do all the work. Res agent. I don't know what you're talking about. Especially right now when I'm not making any money, so. Right now, life is easy for taxes. Do I feel like doing item UI, or I can do different inspections for item analysis or not? Yeah, that's for sure. Oh, I forgot the game is actually challenging now. Let's go from quick start. Oh, I didn't realize that. Okay, that works. Maybe I should work on quests actually, kind of story progression. Oh, in my family, everybody was smart, to be fair. What makes me smarter in the long run is the fact that I chose a philosophy of Ayn Rand objectivism. Objectivism makes you way smarter. Way smarter. Why choose C++? They just what I know the best, and it's objectively right now it's the best language when it combines everything between tooling, support, debugging, different libraries come for it, hot reload tools, IDEs. For that, nothing beats C++ right now. In the future, maybe something else. Maybe the next game will be different language, maybe Jai. But right now, C++ is good. Especially when you're from scratch, you can actually really keep control of everything. No, the right thing is actually to make your own language like Jai. That's the right way approach. Because C++ is made by committing. Committing is so disgusting and nasty. If you want something of actual value, it needs to be primarily driven by one individual, not a community group. Oh, I need to digest rockets. How much cost does it have? 7 mana, yeah, no wonder. Do I know Jonathan Below? Only by Twitch. Oh, speaking of which, I forgot, he was streaming yesterday. And I forgot to watch it today while I was working off stream. Let me see until... Did it come of recording? Videos past. Hell yeah, did it yesterday for 3 hours. Hell yeah, something to watch later. I mean, yeah, prior to watching his streams and lectures, I was definitely making my game in Unreal 5 or open source engine. That was just the way I thought. I didn't have really an option to do anything else. But learning from him, I was like, hey, I can actually do it. And actually, it's a better idea, too. Email. Indeed, indeed. Well, it was a bit of a long break because I was busy moving places, but now I'm established in a new location. So the streams will be back to regular again. Dude, like, still blows my mind. This is a debug build. Debug C++. Running at 4K resolution, ray tracing. And if I turn off VSync, I'll get like 250, 300 frames a second, no problem. This is a cheaper one. Like a Soviet laugh. Well, that's right. That's what I was born. It's so funny. You know, actually, hold up. Let's use the fancy TypeScript tool that I have now. I can go here and be like... Yeah, let's do this. Secretly communist. It's hard to be communist after Soviet Union because you see the result of it, even a slight form of communism, pretty hard. Like, dude, communism is so nasty. Even worse than socialism. Hey, this thing is piercing as well. I don't want it to be piercing. Ability turret. Piercing, turn off. What the hell was that? That was weird. I mean, spamming turrets is fine. That's like, it's whatever. That's actually not too horrific. Maybe it's some particles and sound effects with landing. Might be interesting. I know. This is like Diablo mode on easy mode. You don't even need to aim. It's pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. I swear, like, one of my biggest annoyances playing Diablos is having to kite and just destroy your arm and hand with a mouse. Because usually you'd be playing with a mouse, you'd be playing like this, like... Oh, Jesus Christ. This thing's playing, hold on. You'd be like, attack, run away, attack, run away with the mouse, attack, run away with the mouse. No. You can just move WSDs, so you don't need to worry about the mouse. And then if you want to, you could drop it to the mouse for precise control. Or just some automatic. Wait, what is this twice? I thought this was like that. You know what I need to do? It's such a minor thing though. Wait, why is it still twice? That's -1. That one looks fine. That one looks fine. Something sets it the second time. Fine. For now, I'm just going to ignore that. I will ignore it for now. I think that laser from a turret needs to vary where it's hitting the target, much like what I'm doing with ability laser. Target, what was it called? They don't have too many components. Yes, our target details. Yes. Yes. Oh, I do it this way. Okay, well, at least I can do it. Alright. Actually, hold up. I need AC to be way stronger. This is not Europe. This is America. We use AC to the maximum degree possible. Be right back. This main menu before return. Okay. You're still running well. Good, good, good. Nah, Mr. Turrets. They're just all spawning turrets, right? Yeah, I don't care as much about that. My ability to laser is what I want. Current target. I mean, but that would also mean I have to probably turn the turret up and down a bit. That's probably too much work. Probably too much work. Wait, is the recharge that cooldown that fast? Maybe it's a bit too wild. Cool down, cool down, cool down. Is that loaded or not? Cooldown 0.3. I don't think it does. No, it doesn't. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Get this, right? Yeah, I'm probably not doing this for... No, I guess it's common somehow, huh? Really? Suppose. Recharge period seconds. Means I need to move cooldown for each turret type, actually. It's the right way to handle it. Understands activation in seconds, fine. Recharge period seconds, that's cooldown. Cooldown, yes. Throw it in here, why not? Why not? Mm-hmm. Dual laser, this or that. Thing is, now it has a separate cooldown. I had it somewhere, didn't I? Yeah, I had it here. No one belongs to. Belongs here. Oh, that's too short of a name, huh? Kind of need to know which one it is. To have access to skill. Okay. This one is a bit, I guess, fun. I'll just. Right. And I've added cooldown here. Cool down, cool down, cool down. How about that? Guess I need to actually look it up, huh? I already have it here. Okay, okay. Means this thing better be true. Yeah. I'm kind of scared. Hey, this cooldown is wrong. It is... Oh, because it didn't specify. Good, 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 good. 0.5. I should cool down somewhere here too. Where are these guys going? Right, this is no longer piercing, right? No, good. Good. Now if I had both... It still resets both, which kind of makes sense, I guess. Because they're kind of shared. It's fine. That's fine. iPhone software update, hell yes. Do it right now. Is it time to finish the stream of some Factoria? Oh. Perhaps. Types have their own cooldown values. Yeah, good. Good. Figure out the new dating app. I don't need to be dating. I'm good. I am good. But yeah, dating apps are good. If you're a good looking guy, dating apps are awesome. No doubt about it. Hey, where's the next entrance? The hell was that? Oh, there's a big dude here. Should probably do something to indicate where the bad guys are at. Yes, the thing is, I can't actually point the laser up. What I need to do is actually angle the turret. That's what I actually need to do. Angle the turret and rotate the turret around. You know, if I don't want this thing just kind of shoot at the feet. Nice, man. Eastern European are definitely better women to date in many ways. But let's hop back to Factoria for a bit. I got some stuff to take care of Factoria. Gonna finish out a stream with a little bit of Factoria. I'm getting close to getting to the space age. Close. Just run about Roblox? No idea, man. I did interview for Roblox once years ago. That did happen. Wasn't particularly excited about an interview though, so I didn't try all that hard. Well, let's suck up this stone a little faster. How about that? Do this, couple more. Portable fission reactor, indeed. One more. Okay, good. And it's fine to keep a double line, right? Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Okay. About 40 of that left. Coal going down. Trains running around like maniacs. Hey, is that bad guys? It is bad guys. Time to hop on a tank and take care of the bad guys. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, specifically, I didn't like the manager I was talking to there. I was like, dude, like, yeah, I know it's gonna pay well, except I have to live. Oh my god. I almost destroyed my own stuff. Wait, what am I doing here? I didn't like the manager that much in that interview, so I was like, nah. Instead, the path was always kind of obvious. Keep working on a game engine job where I'm getting paid well and I'm learning the stuff I care about, which is games. Oh, there's no bad guys in here? They were just a blip? Blip on the ocean? I guess there's these guys to take care of. Well, it might be time to research production science back. Might be the time to. Yeah, because my research has been slowing down pretty hard recently. So let's park the tank until such time that it's needed. Oh, I need new space. I guess I would use this block to the left. Somewhere here. And I need to make this, which is a bit of pain. Well, I don't even feel like playing right now. Fine. I'll do some more coding and then go to sleep. Okay, so that one is fine. The turret's feeling okay. Could always do some minor improvements here and there in turrets, but it's probably not a big deal. I need to focus on something more impactful. Wait a second. I think that turret... I guess it's into turrets, actually. Yeah, okay. Let me see if any of it actually matched. Isn't video doing its thing? It is. Maybe it is my bug after all. Oh, let me see. I want to make sure. It's fine. That was actually kind of nice. But then, what is this? Oh. Okay. I'm not catching the act. Here. Pause. Oh. Why is it not doing damage? The laser, fine. Laser beam position. Oh, is it back in here? Yeah, okay. Is it beams? Yeah, here it is. Let's see, why is it not doing damage? Oh. Well, fine. Stop at first static body. That could be tricky. Could be tricky. I only got one. 951. Okay. Manipulate that. Get your results. Five one. Is friend or foe? Is it a friend or is it a foe? Whatever it's hitting, it's not a robot. It could be intersecting something else. I think it's hitting its... What are you hitting? Robot damage debris. It's hitting robot damage debris first. I mean, it could be doing a bunch of things, including turret itself. It could be hitting another turret. But also damage debris is stopping it as well. Which makes some sense. But it looks like it's here's getting stopped by robot damage debris. So while the game is still paused, it's going right for his D. Right for it. Some funny funny looking debris. I mean, obviously that one's just hitting that, although it's going right for the jewels, man. Right for the jewels. That's what I need to do. Adjusted height of turret to actually hit like a center, and then I can vary the laser so it looks kind of nice and clean. I mean, I could do... Maybe I do it false here. Still only got one. 951, it's a debris. Actually, I can see exactly what it is. You get full power. Debris 951. Rubbish damage debris 951. Except I don't have a way like a highlight in the world, unfortunately. Unfortunately. 951. Turn on debug drawer. Let's change this one. Visual physics debug. Well, I kind of have some debug already, just that in the ray trace render doesn't support that, but this one does. Oh yeah, it's hitting this. Wait, I didn't even see this. Where did this appear from? Wow, it really is hitting the jewels, man. That is funny. So spawned their damage debris right there, and damage debris somehow got stuck. Oh, I think I know what's happening. Laser beam applies force pressure to the debris so it gets stuck between his legs. So instead of damaging the robot, it just stuck and damaged his debris that fell off. So he will be taking damage when the turrets expire and the debris falls off. Right, let's speed up a little bit. So yeah, right, that fell off. So now the debris should fall off. Well, even here, why is it not damaging him still? Maybe it just happens to miss right between there or something. Oh. It's just not getting hit because it's too low. Yeah. I think the turret is too low, so it can sometimes miss. For whatever reason. Boom. Dude, slow motion actually needs to be happening, because actually looks... I definitely need that slow motion when he's getting finished. Let's do it again. The camera jumped a little too fast though. Yeah, but I could do a little bit of a matrix time slowdown when it's getting finished. Okay. Okay. Well, so sometimes tourists, what happens is that they actually hit the debris. Right now, debris right now can block shots. Certain abilities can be blocked by debris. So sometimes you will have like a robot. Wait, oh, where's guys? What's up, dudes? Yes, it's kind of like a funny little situation. Sometimes it can just be like blocked by its own debris. Huh. It sometimes happen like these guys. Some of these guys drop like pretty large debris when they fall, then they die off. Or like if I place the turret right there. Yeah, I can definitely make turrets look better, but having them go up and down a bit, and also angular laser the necessary thing. It means they have to do the whole angular rotation up and down, figure out the goal, the current. I mean, it's all possible. Just more work all the time. But I think it kind of necessary to be done. Like even these robots sometimes can be just too low to actually get hit. So it kind of needs to happen. Kind of needs to happen. Oh, out of energy. Charge up. What is this? Even better charge. Good. Good. What is turret's point first? Oh, it's all these points that way. Yeah. We need to find, that's right. Turret should probably first point where its closest target is or something. Damage is good. I forgot about points to level. If I just go wild and crazy. This doesn't do... Yeah, I need to be doing this. But now it's expensive to use. Sevens. Although, it's not a bad idea to buff up maximum damage. Oh, I forgot. I need to, yeah, this actually could be your next text to work on. I need to indicate of color when you don't have enough energy to cast the ability. So it's like grayed out where there's not enough energy. I think she does speak.
Hello.
No? I guess it doesn't give off missing it. Oh, that's why. Yeah, okay. Wait, where do I have out of mana? Event. Huh. Yeah, like not enough mana or something. Not enough energy. Oh, it's a character event. Character event. Right. Right. There you go.
Out of energy.
Oh, steel cycles cool down. It's kind of
Not enough
funky.
energy. I need more energy.
I guess I didn't say it all the time, huh? There'll be some chance. Don't need this. It's probably... Okay. 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 Alright, but that's the end of the day. So I'm gonna finish the chess. Quick little chess. Oh, is my camera actually blocking chess pretty hard? Look at that. That move, fine. Do I care or not? That is a question. Probably not. I dare you, man. I double dare you. That's right. It didn't have the guts. I go here. Because, I mean, it seems fine. Unless I have bishop here. Pawn acquired. On to winning the rest of the game. Who takes, but was that? I don't know where it's going anyway. Let's go here. Actually, that looks pretty good too. Hold the line, hold everything together. Mm. This night is kind of hanging. Anti-X-ray. Can't push that yet, unfortunately. Need to play faster. I'm too slow. Just too slow. Too slow. Pay the price for it. The right move here. Sure, that looks good. That looks good, certainly. Do I take the knight or not? That is a question. Yeah, I'm not taking that. Question is, can I take this pawn or not? That is a question to ask. No, I don't know. I think so. I think so. Faster. A little faster. Not here, because then the pawn was annoying. Drops pawn for no reason. Dropping pawns for no freaking reason. Okay. Starting to feel better here. A little. No bueno. Just no. Actually, could have just gone there, but lost either way, huh? Lost either way. Alright, let's keep up a draw, huh? How about trying to win? I'll sleep till win, indeed. Indeed. Oh, at least until Brooklyn. At least until Brooklyn. Actually, it's starting to get annoying. I guess I still have D6, I think. Or do I? Maybe not. Maybe not. Wow. This guy spent 40 seconds on that. Okay. Respect. Respect. I don't think you can do anything here, but... Except for that. Forgot about that. Well, that sucks. This guy's a slow thinker, so maybe there's a chance. Maybe there's a chance. Can go this because of bishop now. This takes... Oh, he wants to go for this. Makes sense. Just keep buying time. Just keep buying time. Up here was just an option too. So Bruce, just in time to watch me lose. Knight's under attack, go here. But maybe I can still win on time. There's a sliver of hope. A sliver. A sliver of hope. I don't know if my knight gets out though. It's the only problem. That's the only problem. Oh, he lets me get out knight. Well, yeah. Knight is kind of dead zone. Kind of dead. "15 seconds. How do I live here? How to survive?" Maybe here. A little bit more. Can I go there? Oh, I lost the last piece. Okay, so at least didn't lose. Oh man. Should have kept my rook, I guess. Didn't see how much. He had so little time. Well, because 2 queens mates very quickly. So if I run out of checks, he could have mated me with 2 queens. Figured 1 queen and king's far away, I can probably survive. But I didn't realize I only had 1 pawn left. 1 pawn left, yeah, he just takes it and it's fine. And it's a draw. But still. What am I doing, dude? I'm just not even watching anything. Okay, time to practice another game from Deficit. That is a thing. Indeed, indeed. Playing chess after. Kind of want to is that. It is annoying for sure. Guess might as well go now. Might as well go now. They finally win something. Yes. Yes, coming back in. Excellent news. Most excellent. All right, how do I win here? Here takes here. Yeah, seems like this was gonna win. There you go. Ending on a decent combo wombo. Now it's gonna be mate either way. Block mate. So I got sacrifice a pawn for no reason, could just blunder it. Fight for activity anyway. Yep. Yup-a-dup-a-doop. Also rook. I guess you could also start with anything. Bishop g6 is even faster. Oh yeah, bishop g6 that works as well. And yeah. Okay. Yeah. I always get confused in this formation. Bishop b1, bishop c2 seems fine. I wonder what it did. Yeah, just f3, obviously. I don't know what it was doing. What was I thinking? Oh, f5, yeah. Guess maybe here. I'm just curious just how to play this out. Queen e2 for the pawn. Oh, that is a fair point. Fair point. Indeed, Gambit. Yeah, okay, so you kind of isolate the pawn. So f3, bishop, knight, queen to pressure that. Okay. Whatever. I'm actually trying. I'm actually in 2300s, but this is fine. Anyway, GG's everyone. I shall return tomorrow. Hopefully earlier. Hopefully early in the day. Hopefully earlier. GG's.